Well, how do that, chums? As I, Captain Steve, and today, chums, for you guys in the viewerverse, yes, I've got a No Man's Sky video, and today, chums, I'm making spiced apple cake. So yes, I'm on my Diplo planet that also has crab creatures. Hello there, crab creature. Right, so if I go and speak to this little crab creature, and I feed him, I'm going to get myself some apples, some crab apples nonetheless, and I got 3 from this little chappie. Let's go and harvest some more from this little chappie. Hello there, crab creature. I would like some of your apples. Yes, I would. I would like 3 of your apples, please. There we go, I've just fed him, and now I should be able to grab some apples. So I've put those apples inside of my pocket, and now I am looking for Diplos. There are some Diplos over yonder hill. Lovely jubbly, I have found myself a Diplo. So we're going to head on over and we're going to be picking up creature eggs from the Diplo. Yes, because, yeah, I can't find giant eggs. Giant eggs, I don't believe, are in iteration. Now, a lot of places where you look up giant egg, it says you get them from a certain kind of Diplo. I'm wondering where it's the E3 Diplo, chums, the E3 Diplo that isn't currently in iteration. I'd love to see that appear. Heck yes, I would. I would like to be able to fill my catalogue, because at the moment, we're going to have blank spaces. Well, there we go, so I got myself the creature eggs. Now I'm going to milk these guys to get wild milk. Yes, it's freaking wild. Heck yes, it is. Lovely jubbly, thank you for the wild milk. The wild milk I'm going to be spinning into cream, and then I'm going to be making some butter. Then I'm going to make that butter sweet by adding in some sugar, which I'm going to refine from the cactus flesh by turning it into cactusy type juice. Yes. Anyhow, we'll get to that stage. When we get to that stage, I'm also going to need to get some flour. Now, the flour, I'm going to need to make that out of frost crystals. So inside of my farm here, I have actually got 2 of those plants. Yeah, and I'm just checking this to see if it's actually auto-feeding. And I've got some more wild milk. I was hoping to find some more apples in here. There is a crab in close proximity. We'll pop back out later and see if we can get some more apples. But for now, chums, you're probably wondering, well, Captain Steve, if I do come to that planet, I'm going to need the portal code. I will put the portal code on the screen now. For chums, I have gathered all I need from the animals of this planet. So now I need to pick up my harvestable plants. So yes, I've got some frost crystal here. Let's get that, or frost wort, whatever you want to call it. Lovely jubbly. But this is going to be turned into flour. Yes, it is. Refined flour. Right, so I'm going to head on over and now I'm going to pick my cactus. Get in my pocket, cactus. Right, brilliant. We've got our cactuses. Brilliant. And now I need to go on over to my nutrient processor. You know what? Let's spin up those 2 plants that I just grabbed. So here we go. And I'm going to be using the frost crystal. Let's put that into there. That's going to go into refined glass grains or whatever they are. Lovely choppy. We've got that on the bake. Done. Now if I just take those frost crystals out, we'll just chuck those over there. Put that into there. And that should turn into the refined flour. Brilliant. Lovely and jubbly. The flour will be mine. Yes, it will be. Awesome. And now I'm going to do the similar sort of thing with the cactus. So here we go. Where's my cactus? There you are, my lovely little green cactus. Right, so I'm just going to put in, say, 20 of those. Lovely, that'll do. Or 10 even. Yeah, we'll go for 10, since I'm going to make 10 bakes. And that's turning into cactus nectar. Brilliant. Now the cactus nectar, I'm going to throw that back in there. And that's going to refine into refined sugar. So we go, or processed sugar, one or the other. There we go, brilliant, processed sugar, done, diddly done, processed sugar. Sugar, dun 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 dun, oh honey, honey, lovely. Now I have sped up this footage by ×2, so it does take a little bit longer than this, but not much. Now I'm sticking in the milk. You can see there, the milk is turning into cream. The cat that got the cream, lovely jubbly. And once the actual cream is done, you can see it takes about 20 odd seconds, 25 seconds to do a batch of like 10, which isn't too bad per item. Now I'm going to be putting the cream in, and that's going to turn into churned butter. Now that's just churned butter, it's not the sweetened butter, and we need sweetened butter. So I'm going to get that buttery goodness, and I'm going to be putting it back into the machine over to the left hand side, and sticking in some sugar. down, sugar. There we go. Lovely jubbly, and that's turned it into sugar, well, sweetened butter. Sweetened butter? Because sweetened butter is more sweeter than churned butter. Yes, it is. Awesome. Now, while that's on the bake, let's go see if we've got some apples in here. And we've got another 3. Darn, I was hoping for 4, so we'd be able to make a batch of 10. Looks like we're making a batch of 9. Right, fudging balls. Okay. Anyhow, I just wanted to show you how long it takes you to actually turn in 10 items to Chronos. You know what, I'll just turn in the extra batter, you know, so there we go. So now all I'm doing is adding the creature egg in and some flour. And yeah, I could do with a few more extra creature eggs. So there we go. Lovely. That would make myself 10 batches of the cake batter. Lovely. Awesome. You need cake batter to make the cake. Yes, I'm looking for another one of those little crab creatures, see if I can get one last apple. But no, none in sight. They've all freaking gone. Right, so here we go. Back to the Neutron processor. Now all I want to do is take these redundant items out. Cool. I may have to delete these because Chronos is going to sniff them out, which is a right shame. Put that into there. If you put them in your Neutron processor sort of inventory space, it doesn't sniff it out in there, funny enough. Right, there we go. And we've got a cake on the bake. We have got 9 of these spiced apple cakes being made right now. You can see there that the units are going up in monetary value. They are worth quite a fair bit per cake, but not a massive deal. You're not going to sort of break the bank with these. Heck no, you're not. But when they turn into nanites, you do get a fair few nanites, and it's quite fun to bake a cake. Yes, if I knew you was coming, I would have baked a cake. Baked a cake. Baked a cake. If I knew you was coming, I would have baked a cake. Happa-choo, happa-choo, happa-choo. Yeah, awesome. I love that tune. Yes, you can Google that. It's actually a real song. That's a real song. It is. Honest. Promise. Yes. Yes, just put into YouTube if I knew you was coming. And yeah, you'd see it come. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, we're up into the Nexus. We're in the Nexus. I'm going into my options, and I'm just making sure hold to confirm is disabled. So yes, I can go through the menu nice and quick, and I find it's easier to do this in first-person mode. You don't end up jumping around and doing all sorts of weird, gnarly stuff. And also, your actual cursor stays put rather than zooms back out on each interaction with Chronos, meaning that you can hammer through the menu super quick, and you can get through this and turn in 10 items relatively fast with Chronos. So I'm not going to speed this footage up. I'm just going to show you the painful experience that is dealing with Chronos. So here we go. What do you make of that cake, my little green-headed friend? Right, and he gave me 40 nanites for one cake. Brilliant. That's not too bad, is it? Not too shabby for that amount of work. No, that's just one cake, and I've got 9 more to go. I'm going to give him the batter this time. Right, okay, well, he seems to like that. Hold on, he gave me more for the batter than the cake. Oh, no, it's combined the 2 together. But even still, that was 110, which means he just gave me, what? Oh my days, he did give me more for the batter than he did for the cake. What the fudge? Okay, anyway, let's just hand all these in. So I've now got 129 there. I think I got that just singularly there. So sometimes you're going to get a fair few nanites. He's a little bit off with his sort of giving of nanites. So yeah, that's why the bake-off is quite good fun. But here you go, you can see I'm going through lots and lots of hammering sessions with Chronos and managing to turn all this stuff in relatively fast. Now, yes, I was talking about the bake-off, wasn't I? Yes, the bake-off. Every single weekend, I'm hoping to do something with Miyogi where we bake cakes and sort of go and turn them into nanites, and you guys get to vote on who's done the best bake. Yes, it might not just be a cake, it could be any bake. It could be any bake with inside of game, any recipe. Yes, you get to see us make the actual item, so you get to see all the preparation and what goes into it, and we actually ask you guys to vote in the viewerverse, so it's quite interactive. It really is, and you get to learn all different new bakes. And yes, I'm hoping to try and get people more interested in doing cooking. You see, in Prisms, they actually added some new recipes, and as you know, in Origins they added in some new creatures. It's like you can now farm the turtle creatures, which you couldn't before, so they have tweaked cooking and also baiting of creatures. So I'm wondering whether there's something in the pipeline for cooking improvements in a future update. Until next time, people, bye bye, goodbye, and goodbye again. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe, and I'd like to say a massive great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers! And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.